All right, I didn't think this Madonna story was all that interesting until now. Madonna is being slammed from all angles for her attempts to adopt a baby from Africa. So where did she get that idea? According to the UK's Sunday Express, it came over dinner with Angelina and Brad, like most good ideas do. For the rest of us, Lisa Bernhardt is live with the story. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Martha. That's right. That report saying that Madonna and husband Guy Ritchie had filed an adoption application in California, but then withdrew it when Pitt and Jolie convinced them to adopt from a third world country. Now Madonna will appear on Oprah on Wednesday to try to clarify this whole mess, as the father of the adopted boy says that he was duped into giving up his 13-month-old son, David. Now, Johan Banda, and he, by the way, will not be on Oprah. Johan Banda is an illiterate farmer from the nation of Malawi. He issued a statement over the weekend saying that he didn't understand the meaning of the word adoption. Said Banda, quote, "If we were told that she wants to take the baby as her own, we could not have consented because I see no reason why I should give away my son." Now, Johan said he had thought that the material girl would merely raise and educate David, but that the boy would one day be able to return to his village. Last week, Johan appeared to have supported Madonna's adoption after a human rights committee in Malawi protested the move, saying the country's authorities ignored residency requirements and unlawfully expedited Madonna's motherhood. Madonna and Guy Ritchie were given temporary custody of David 2 weeks ago. Malawian officials said they would monitor the couple for 18 months before granting full custody. Johan Banda's wife died in childbirth. He says he has no copies of the adoption papers he signed with Child Welfare Services. The director of the agency reportedly dismisses Johan's claims that he did not understand the adoption proceedings. Martha?
All right. Thank you very much, Lisa Bernhardt. And I want to start with our A-list with Lis Wiehl about this. Lisa, when I read this morning, I could see a scenario where they have to give this baby back.
Absolutely. You've got unless I missed something, usually adoption means, both parents are dead. Here you've got a live father saying, wait a second, and an illiterate, fellow here saying, I wasn't giving my son away. Absolutely. If he keeps him in with this tack, I can see certain organizations, they've already said that we're going to sue her to bring back this little boy and to have an actual hearing in the country.
Look at the fact that I think there's 900,000 orphans in Africa.
Why not take
I read, so I'm not sure why, she chose a child that has a father and has a grandmother as well. What do you think about this, Steve?
Well, is the guy really illiterate, or is he a genius? Because here he is. The story last week was, oh, I'm so happy that he's going to go and he's going to live with Madonna. Now you've had all these reporters go over to his tribe and talk to him, and they're going, she's one of the richest entertainers in the world, and he's thinking, wait a minute, maybe I could get some money, maybe. But I'm a little troubled, though. Why sure, it does look as if they had the conversation with Brad and Angelina, and suddenly she's going, wait a minute, my current tour, not really a big hit. I could use some good ink.
And what about
Cody feels bad for Madonna. You think she's being bashed, and Lis Wiehl said the same thing in the Post.
I don't necessarily feel bad for her, but let's face it, why are we bashing Madonna for going out and adopting a child, saving a child from a life of disease and poverty? And a place like Malawi, I love these people who are like, apparently in this one article I read today, 65 human rights groups have complained about Madonna skirting the laws of Malawi.
It takes a long time.
Are there even laws in Malawi? I mean, who are these people?
Why start a procedure in California? Yes, it does take a while. There are legal procedures. She was going through an evaluation. Just dump that, and in 3 days have another baby. That already has a living father.
I think, Cody, the main issue, for me, the main issue is whether or not, I look at this little boy. He's the cutest little boy in the world. So now he's been, taken away from his home. Maybe the better thing to do, and as you say, everybody, it's a free country, but maybe the thing to do would have been to find some way to support him or to get him to one of the very, few,
or
there are some religious, a school to help him. So now he's been, and now he may be pulled back out of the mansion in London and sent back to this little village.
Is that somehow Madonna's fault? Do you really think Madonna went in there under the guise that she was going to mislead people and try and steal a baby?
Madonna's heart was in the right place.
She saw a living, breathing man.
But her heart was in the right place. She just brought along too many press instead of lawyers when she went.
Right, that's exactly right.
It makes such good law in Malawi,
because you see the cameras around her everywhere you go. But I was at her concert this summer. She was a huge vignette about African children and the abuse and the disease and the orphans.
Which is
and
really
the big
the point.
I mean, she does have heart in this issue. So it's not something she just decided to do.
But if she had gone and gotten an orphan I don't think we would be discussing this at all. We'd be saying praise to her. That's wonderful.
She
took an orphan. But she met with the man who was the father.
She should have consulted her PR agent.
And now after the fact, you got 1,800
It's a very
reporters in
sticky
there going
situation,
at him,
and I just hope that little boy makes that okay, because he's a very beautiful little boy, and I just hope in the end it all turns out to be okay for him, because that should be the main concern. All right, let's go back to Tremont, Pennsylvania here for just a moment. State officials are saying that an explosion there has killed one person at a mine in eastern Pennsylvania. They say that at this point they believe this is a recovery effort and not a rescue effort for the miners who are involved in this. This is R&D Coal Company. It's an anthracite mine in Tremont Township, which is about 80 miles northwest of Philadelphia. So we're going to continue to keep close eye on that developing story. All right, they are young and they are very wealthy and they like to party. I said they're like Cody Willard here. They might be watching your money, some of these folks. Exactly. So what some Wall Street hotshots do with their time off, and should you care? Take a look at this video before you decide.
So far, I'm having a great time, and this is just the beginning. So later on in the night, it's going to get a little crazy, like it always does, and I'm looking forward to it. Every time we go out, it's always something new.